And welcome back. I hope you're enjoying what you're watching. I was going to say listening to because we are on WBLS2, but thank you so much for tuning in and checking it all out. Our next guest is a mezzo-soprano opera singer and piano voice instructor. She joins us to speak about her big debut performance at Carnegie Hall. What? All right, she's back. She's a good friend of the show. Welcome, Linda Collazo. Linda, welcome.
Hello, thank you so much for having me.
Linda, now I didn't know the last time you were on, you didn't mention that you're going to be appearing at Carnegie Hall yet. Or did you know? Did you mention that?
I don't think I knew. So
That's
I don't
that's
think I knew at all.
that's
Yeah,
new. What have you
yeah.
been doing since? Because we spoke to you a couple of months ago, right?
Yeah, so I've been up to a lot of things, mostly practice,
Uh huh.
getting in shape for my upcoming performances, which, I had like a nice break between like the fall and now like we're heading into the spring.
Yeah.
So yesterday I closed a show as Carmen. I was singing my first Carmen in the abbreviated version of the opera, but still has all of the major pieces
Yeah.
that people know in it. So I'm just getting over that. We did two performances, and yeah, it's the morning after. I'm pretty tired because it was a lot of work
I
and lots of
imagine.
rehearsals. And now we're gonna go into rehearsals and preparation for Carnegie Hall. I mean, I've already been preparing for it on my own, but now I have to like go see my pianist and rehearse with them and just like make sure I'm ready.
Yeah. Oh, you know you're going to be ready. You're a pro. You're always ready. But you're also a teacher. Is that so?
Yes.
What do you tell your students about preparation and how you prepare for a big show like Carnegie Hall?
It's a good question. That's a very good question. I always tell them because when I was a child, I struggled with this. Since I started so young. Uh, Typically, when we see really gifted musicians or artists, we think that they're just like born that way.
Yeah.
When in reality, it's like every day, an hour or two of work. And, I will say for myself, the opera industry, especially for women, it's filled with so much failure, so much
Yeah.
failure. There are so many singers to count. So many people have this opera degree. So it's oversaturated. So you will fall on your face many times, you will fail. And that is how it is with any industry, especially in the arts. But the most important part is consistency. You're not going to be a star over, you might never be a star. It has to be about love and devotion and just wanting to master a skill.
Yeah, but young people, they want to know that they're gonna. I want it now. I want to be a star right away, overnight. I want it now. What do you
I
say
mean, I
about that?
encourage them. I always encourage them. I always tell them that they're great. I give them
Uh-huh.
positive affirmations. I mean, even if like they make mistakes, I'm always very forgiving. I never ever want to like be strict and like
Yeah.
mean. I've had teachers that are like that, and they've completely discouraged me. I mean, as a professional, you do need people to be very strict with you, but when you're a child or when you're like someone that's doing it as a hobby, it does have to be about enjoyment. So I just try to be as encouraging as I can, but I always try to instill that if they do want to be like a professional, if they want to be at a professional level, they need to practice. And sometimes I just say, listen, literally 20 minutes a day. Just start 20 minutes a day, and then slowly, we can get to like an hour a day. But it's just little by little,
Yeah.
even for myself. Let's say I've been on a break for a really long time and like, my voice needs to build the strength again or the stamina again. 30 minutes a day. And
Yeah.
then I put it to 45, and then I put it to an hour. Rarely do I put it to like 2-3 hours without a break, but
Yeah.
like it's a process.
Yeah, people who go on radio and get ready to do a show like this, sometimes it's a 2 hour a prep time, sometimes it's a 1 hour prep time. And a lot of people think they can just jump on and just go. And sometimes that you can do that because you've been doing it for so long, but there's always a glitch, or you got to be careful of the glitch that can come in or something can happen. But yeah, you have to prepare before you get there, of course. That's
Yeah,
that's the thing.
that's
You have to
very
prepare before you get there. Yeah.
that's very, very important.
So how exciting is that? What happened when you found out that you were going to perform at this wonderful place? I hosted there, and I remember the fright, not real fright, but I know the way I felt before I went on stage at Carnegie Hall.
So I don't know. It was like literally by the grace of God. It was like the perfect timing too, because I had received really like a terrible rejection,
Yeah.
and I was feeling so insecure and sad, you know. And then I just randomly got this email, and it was a double whammy. They were like, "Hey, do you want to sing at Carnegie Hall and Lincoln Center?" So I'm singing at Carnegie Hall and Lincoln Center, and I just immediately said yes, and I cried. That's like been on my bucket list since I was a child, since I started singing.
Yeah.
Part of me even said, I was like, if I ever wanted to quit after this, at least I can say I sang at Carnegie Hall.
Right.
Like a lot of singers like will never get to sing there, even if they're professionals. It's one of the most difficult places to sing at.
Yeah.
And also, I sang there before as a choral member, like in a choir. So I wasn't a soloist. I was just singing with a bunch of other people. And it's just an incredible space. I remember I was looking at the ceiling and I was like, this is like insane. The way that the sound like bounces off such a high, like acoustic setting. It's just an incredible accomplishment in architecture.
La Tragedie de Carmen. How do you pronounce it? The Tragedia.
La Tragedie. Oh God, even I'm struggling with it. Tragedie de Carmen.
No, I get it. So tell me a little bit more about it.
So that is the abbreviated version of Bizet's Carmen. So it has all the main ideas, and it's still about the incredible woman that Carmen is, which, way back when this opera was created, I believe in the 1800s, this opera was so offensive. It was not successful in its inception because Carmen was so ahead of its time, and she's a feminist, and, she is a criminal, but she also is a free woman and doesn't let any person control her, any man control her. So the opera is basically about that, and it's like a shortened version of it. The original version is 3 hours, but this one is like an hour. And it still has all the main ideas, all the really important arias.
Yeah.
And it was just a very great introduction to Carmen for me.
And you're doing all of these things, all the things that you do, and still teaching piano lessons. And voice lessons. So if somebody wants to get involved in having you teach them voice and piano lessons, what do they have to do?
They can just email me. On my website, there is a contact page with my email address, or like you could subscribe on my website. There's like a subscription page where like I can add you to my email list as well with my availability and stuff.
Yeah.
And that's how it works. And I typically get back to everyone within a week. And I have like an email list that I send every week with my availability, and like based on if that person is free, they just email me back, and then we figure out all the logistics.
Yeah. And we love the way I was going to ask you to come on and sing a little piece, but I know you're not ready. You don't want to do that right now. I don't know. It's up to you. Just a touch. No? It's okay. We'll come and see you in Carnegie Hall.
It's actually sold out.
It's sold out. Look at that. Congratulations. Sold out. Where's that stamp? Boom.
I know. I can't believe it. I'm going to like walk there this week and I want to see the poster, because there's like in the poster, it does say when it's sold out, it's like there is a stamp on it at Carnegie Hall. So I just can't wait to go and look at the poster and be like, oh my God.
Well, guess what? The press box is not sold out.
I know.
We'll jump into the press box and check you out.
I hope so.
Well, congratulations, and thank you for all that you do. You're really doing it. You're moving well, and we love the way you move in. You're a great friend of the show. We appreciate you.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah. Thank you.
Where can we go to follow you and find out more? Website, social?
So my website is lindacollazo.com. My Instagram is at Linda Ritza, Ritza. My Facebook, you could just look up Linda Collazo Mezzo-Soprano and like me on Facebook. And that's about it. Everything should be on my website and all that jazz. And yeah, that's how you can reach out to me.
Linda, thank you so much. We love you. Linda Collazo, mezzo-soprano, voice and piano teacher. Thank you for all that you do. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right. And
Bye.
congratulations and good luck in your performance. We'll take a quick break right here. I've got a whole lot more. We're not done yet. I got more coming up on Open next.